showing you a super easy way of getting a beautiful, everyday, soft, glam look. Also, I have a top on. Just thought I needed to say that. Okay, so let's just get straight into the tutorial. First thing I'm going to apply is a moisturizer. This one also has SPF in it, which is really good for every day to protect your skin. And this also has rosehip oil, and oils are really good for your skin too. I'm just going to be applying that to my face. You can just use your fingers if you want to. I'm going to be all makeup artisty. That's not even a word. Doing it the makeup artist way and putting it on a palette and applying it with a brush. You apply this all over the face, and you also want to moisturize your neck too, because that's real important. You know, you age in your neck and hands first, so always moisturize your neck and hands and have sunscreen on your neck and hands so that you look younger, as young as so you look young for as long as possible. Oils are really good for your skin because it's proven that people with more oily skin age better. But you also don't want to put too much oil on your skin, because then you're just like going to be deep frying yourself in the sun, and that's not good. So, okay, next thing I'm going to be doing is some sunscreen. Can you stop watching me through the crack of the door? Either come in or don't. This isn't suitable for photography because I'm putting on layers of SPF, which will cause flashback in photos. Also going to be taking this down my neck and onto my body. Okay, now that we've got our sunscreen on, we're going to start with we're going to do our base. Now this look is really focused on a nice flawless base. I'm going to do like a mixing thing, and I'll tell you why. But if you have a light coverage foundation or BB cream that you like using, just use that and don't worry about doing this. But I'm going to take the Garnier BB cream, but I find this dries too fast. And when sometimes I'll forget to like blend it, and you know, try to blend it later, it starts to like peel off my face. So because it does that, I like to mix in a little bit of coconut oil, and to also make it extra like glowy, I'm going to be putting in a little bit of strobe cream from MAC too. 1 part this to 4 parts this, I think. And I just mix these all together. So I'm going to be using the Eco Tools buffer brush to apply the foundation. You're going to make sure you blend on your ears and down the neck. Next thing I'm going to be doing is a bit of blush. I'm going to be taking a nice pink lipstick, this one here, and I'm going to apply this to my finger first. And then I'm going to take the foundation brush again and blend over that, sort of like stippling over it just to make sure it's fully blended. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same to the other side. But if your blush is like way too bright and you don't like it that bright, just take some more foundation and go over it, and it will like tone it down. Next thing I'm going to do is take some of my strobe cream again, and I'm just going to take my finger again. bring a nice natural glow to the skin. Also gonna put some on the bridge of my nose. Okay, now we are going to move on to concealer. Because this is a very lightweight concealer, I'm first going to apply it with a little flat brush like this, like you would for carving out your eyebrows. And I'm going to place this on any pimples, anything you want to cover up really. I'll let that sit there, we'll blend that out later. Now I'm going to go under my eyes with a little bit too. Then I'm going to take this brush to blend it out, or you could use a sponge if you would like. I think I might use my finger, so I feel like it helps melt it with the other products better. Gently pat under my eyes to blend it in. And with the pimples, I'm just going to blend the edges of the concealer. That way most of the coverage is covering the pimple. Applying a concealer where I would like to brighten, like above my lip, because I don't like looking like I have a moustache. Especially with poutier lips like mine. You can tend to look like you have one just because the shadow of your lip. Now I'm going to take a little bit of powder and powder under my eyes and maybe a little bit on my smile lines just so that I don't crease. Make sure you blend out the concealer before you powder because you don't want any creases. You don't want to set any creases, I mean. I'm also going to set my T-zone because I tend to get a little bit oily on there. I'm going to do like the tiniest bit. After you've applied a little bit of powder, I'm going to finish my face by applying a bit of powdered bronzer, a little bit on an angled brush like this, on the forehead, because I like to see if I picked up too much product there, and if I have, I just like blending it out with the powder brush. Then I will go in on the cheeks. Now I'm actually going to take a little bit more of the concealer and kind of sharpen. Sometimes you blend your bronzer and contour and blush down too far. So we're just basically erasing that. I'm just going to take my foundation brush and blend it downwards. If we don't do this, we can lose the effect, the contouring effect. And we don't want that because we want to look like we have beautiful big cheekbones. Now the last thing I'm going to do for the face is add a little bit of highlight. This is the Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in Opalescence. It's not a metallic highlighter, so it looks a bit more natural, even though it is more glittery. It just looks like, from far away, it looks like your skin is just wet, basically. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. Only a little bit because we already are super glowy. Applying a little bit to the tops. I can't remember where I put the product. This also is quite a light shade, so it's also going to add to the contouring effect of lifting your cheekbones up. Also going to add a little bit to my bridge of my nose. So after you've highlighted the tops of your cheekbones, the beautiful face makeup is done. Perfect. Okay, I just Snapchatted my friend. I'm now going to start on the eyebrows. The other day when I did this, I didn't actually do my eyebrows at all. The other day I just put some gel in my eyebrows. If you want, you can go in with like a small brush like this and some powder and fill in the sparse areas. Or, even easier, you can get a tinted brow gel, which will make your eyebrows look way fuller, and just put that through them. you want to fill in your eyebrows a little bit, just grab some powder and just go wherever you feel like, very lightly, like literally barely touching the skin. Go where you want your eyebrows to look more full.
Hey guys, it's me. Add me on Instagram, give me a listen. Love you, Lily. Hey guys.
Oh my gosh. Hope she knows that's actually going in. Back to filling in my eyebrows. Accidentally do it too dark, you can just like try and blend it by brushing it. But yeah, you can tell the difference. This one's done, this one isn't. Okay. Now we're gonna do eyeshadow. First thing I am gonna do is put a little bit, brighten up my eyelids. Putting a bit of concealer, and like this is gonna be our base. I'm just gonna blend this out with this flat brush. You can also like clean up your eyebrows underneath if you need to with some concealer like this if you messed up. I'm a professional, so I didn't mess up. I'm just kidding. Now I'm going to take some powder because my eyelids, I don't know about yours, but my eyelids, they get oily. Especially since it's a soft glam, you don't want to not set it because you want your eyeshadows to look super blended. Colourful looks, they tend to not set their base because they want the eyeshadows to look more pigmented, but yes. So now I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this, and we're just going to be taking our bronzer, stamping it on the outer edge, just like that. And then I'm going to take whatever's left on the brush and start blending it in the crease. Also going to start little circular motions on the outer edge to blend that. Okay, then we are going to be taking you can just take your highlighter if you want to add a bit of sparkle. I think I'm just going to do that just to make it easier because you don't need 50 products then. I'm just going to take my finger actually, take some of my highlighter and just place that on the lid area. And this doesn't have to be too perfect either. We're not doing like a cut crease or anything. Then I'm just going to blend that. Just because it's a bit light. And I'm actually going to add a darker shade, a nice bronzy shade. I'm just going to go back in with my fluffy brush and a bit more bronzer and just blend a bit more. Just blend everything together really. I'm going to take my highlighter and put it, using my finger, just putting it on the inner corner of my eye just to brighten up my eye. I'm going to take a nice charcoal-y kind of colour, or you can take like a dark brown. On the brush I used to do my eyebrows, and I'm just going to put that along the lash line, like halfway along the lash line, and also winging it up because I want to really lift my eyes upwards. I want this to be a super subtle wing and really smoked out. I'm going to do the same to the other eye. I made this so fat. And because I messed up, this is the perfect time to show you how I would clean up the eyeshadow now that we're done. I just, by the way, to smoke it out, I would take all the eyeshadow off this brush and just keep blending the wing. But now I'm going to be taking some concealer on this brush here. On this nice flat brush, I'm just going to take some concealer. And if you went too high up to the brows, that's fine. You'll just take a little bit of concealer, put it there, maybe tap it with your finger, and then put some powder over the top, and it'll be all fixed. But to fix up the wings, like I need to, I'm just going to just sweep upwards and clean that up like this. I'm just going to use my finger. Don't even bother setting it really, unless you have like some fine lines here or something. It has a bit more black and I don't want it to blend in with the concealer. So I'm going to tap it on first where I want it. And then start blending. I'm now going to be doing some eyeshadow on the lower lash line. Okay, so I would typically be taking a brush like this, but it is dirty. So I'm going to use a much smaller baby version of it instead. And I'm going to just be taking the bronzer, not too much, and just be blending that on the lower lash line. I blended the bronzer on my lower lash line, but you don't want to blend it down too far because it will like drag your eyes down and make you look tired. So make sure you keep it really close to the lash line but still blend it out. Also, if you do bring it down too much, you can always clean it up with concealer like we did for the other parts of the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to just apply some mascara. I'm going to put any mascara on my lower lashes because I feel like it brings my eyes down and I want them to look nice and lifted. But if you like mascara on your lower lashes, then you can go ahead and do that. Also, if you want to add a bit more flair, add some individual lashes, but because I want this to be like a beginner's tutorial, I'm not going to do that. Last thing is lips. I usually don't do anything because I have quite big lips already. But if you do have bigger lips like me, but you like having a lipstick on, I would just use a lip liner and lipstick close to your lip color. Smaller lips and you want to make them look a bit bigger, but you want it to look still natural, like you're not really wearing anything. I would apply a lip liner that is slightly darker, more like a contouring shade, like this one from MAC, which is Stone, and then put a lip gloss or lip balm on that. I'll show you how to do the making your lips look larger bit. So I've got this lip liner from MAC. It's in the shade Stone, and it's quite a cool toned kind of contour-y kind of colour. So it's good for if you want to make your lips look bigger. You can also slightly overline your lips too. So I've just applied it very lightly around the edges of my lips. I'm just going to apply some lip gloss because that will also gloss your lips, helps your... This literally has nothing in it, but I will put some on anyway. finger you can just blend the lip liner in. And that will just make your lips look a bit bigger. What I'm gonna do is just add some highlight to my body. Okay, so here's the finished everyday, easy, soft glam look. And make sure to tell me if this was helpful or not in the comments below. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, because that would be amazing. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy, so I know what kind of content you guys like. And if you recreate it, make sure to tag me on Instagram so that I can see your beautiful looks. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!